Shopify CEO Toby Lutke told staff in a memo that no new hires will be approved unless they can prove AI can't do the job. That's right. Is this a troubling sign for how AI can drastically affect the workplace? You guys are booing. So, Cynthia, I'm going to start with you. What do you think?
I mean, is this a troubling sign? Yes, it is a troubling sign, but we've seen the signs increasing that AI is going to drastically impact many of us in ways that I don't think we can fully see. So I think that therein lies the anxiety. Mm-hmm. But for me, I don't know. Maybe it's because I can't worry anymore about anything. My worry limit, I'm at my limit. Yeah. I'm just sort of, somehow I've seen an optimistic side of all this. I feel for what's going to happen and what I'm hopeful for is that we are going to crave more interactions with humans as a result of this increasing use of AI. So there are going to be jobs that pop up that we haven't even thought of yet. And so yes, maybe factory workers will be impacted profoundly, but maybe that also gives them the opportunity to do different types of work, human to human work. Maybe it's more closely aligned to their value system. I know it's not going to happen overnight, but I can see that
it's going to maybe happen overnight. It's happening very fast.
It's happening.
Yeah, right that's the fear. Yeah.
What do you think, B?
So for me, I mean, AI is a huge umbrella term, right? So I'm always very careful about not just, saying all AI is bad, because there's a lot in AI that we use that we don't even really know we're using, right? And there's a lot of AI developments that are helping things to be more accessible for people. So I don't want to just have this blanket statement that all AI is bad and it's going to ruin humanity. Mm-hmm. For me, the most personal connection for me is as a writer, as a creative, I do not touch anything generative AI. I am offended by the idea that a computer can do something better than I can do it when I know that art is about soul and humanity.
Yes.
So that's a no for me. No chat GPT, none of that. I'm not asking it to do anything for me because what's the point of me being here? What's the point of me having this life?
Okay, you're a writer. You just sparked an interest for me because I have allowed my daughter to start using ChatGPT in the household, and she loves to write.
So what, does she use it to help her with her writing?
She uses it and co-writes with ChatGPT.
Interesting.
She has written a 200-chapter novel. Yeah. And now that sounds ridiculous because it is. But what I'm allowing her to do is to play with this because to me, AI, I agree. I don't think we should all be scared of it, but it's like the dawn of the internet. We were the last generation to be born without the internet, right? And do you remember when the internet hit the scene? It's like adapt or die. We figured it out. And the people who never caught on to the internet, which may be older generations, they are forever struggling. This is our internet moment. You have to learn it. Don't be scared of it. Learn it because it is going to change our lives and in fact already is. Speaking of ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT, what are the professions that are unlikely to be replaced by AI?
Oh, you asked? You went to the source to see?
They better say talk show host on that.
I'll go through some quickly. Surgeons, mental health professionals, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, some teachers and professors, artists, writers, designers, lawyers, judges, CEOs, social workers, community outreach workers, sports coaches and trainers, chefs, culinary experts, electricians, plumbers, construction workers, athletes, scientists, and researchers.
So let me ask you a question.
That's a lot of jobs.
Those are the jobs that ChatGPT said AI will not impact.
Will not replace.
Okay, ChatGPT is already lying because so many people, I'm being very serious. There are a lot of people I know on social media who say they cannot afford a therapist. They do not have health benefits. They go to ChatGPT.
I see that as an equalizer. That's a different thing then. My sister's a therapist. There will never be a replacement for human-to-human contact. What it can do is allow for people who wouldn't necessarily have access to it to get different information. I think the choice will always be first. We are connective creatures. We need each other. And I think that this switch over is gonna, I looked at, we were talking earlier about how are we worried for our children. Like, I'm not worried for Jaya as much. Are you still worried?
I'm terrified.
I'm not worried. I'm just concerned as to what it looks like because I'll be the pessimist in the room because I've always, every time we have an expert on, I'm always like, AI is great and I understand all the benefits, but I feel like the technology is moving light years ahead of us and I don't know if we're ready to catch up. Also, the government is never ready to regulate this technology. And that's why I have concerns. And when I look at it, like, I'm not concerned for my career because I'm in the third act, honey. I'm rounding out. I'm almost out of here. But I am looking at your kids and I'm thinking, okay, so is the curriculum that they are being taught under preparing them for this future? Right? We've also always funneled children into post-secondary education. Is that still necessary for parents to put out thousands of dollars for their kids to get a sociology or a psychology degree? Or is that a waste of time? And is anybody talking to this generation and their parents about this shift? That's my concern. Is the conversation being had about how you have to shift and those jobs that perhaps your dad had
the traditional, because the way that we all came up, right? Most of us listening and watching, we came up with you go to school, maybe some kind of post-secondary education, you get a job, and Bob's your uncle, right?
Yeah.
I actually don't know the future of higher learning. Bill Gates last week was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He's got a brand new book out, and he said that, a huge number of jobs are going to be replaced within the next decade, not the next 20 years, not the next 30. Right. That is our generation, and it's our children's generation. So I don't know if we have the clip or we just showed it.
No,
are we going to play it?
We don't have the audio. The B-roll.
And so basically, that makes me wonder. He says the phenomenon is called free intelligence. If you can get all your information online for free, what is the use of a university degree?
This is where you kick into EQ, like emotional quotient or like intelligence. And like I'm focusing on making sure that Jaya knows how to relate to other people, how to be emotionally intelligent, how to do skills like coding, definitely important, music, arts, the arts. Like I think if I can make him be a good human being and with confidence and like, energy and thoughtfulness, he's going to figure it out. I think we have to be less focused on like academia. We have to be less focused on doctors. For example, if we're freaked out about doctors, there's always going to be a need for a doctor. And what I see is the possibility of them using AI in tandem so that they
already exists.
Right. They have more time in person with someone, which is what we need more. I think, again, we have to try to stay on the hopeful side or else we're all going to not get out of bed anymore.
It's true.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.